Welcome to MaeTalksTarot. Hey y'all, welcome to MaeTalksTarot. So today is more of a talk because these are channel messages that I've gotten over the past couple of days. There is a lot going on right now with the Divine Masculines, and I've got so much information that has come in. I have put it into a note in my phone so I can do a video for you guys. Following this, I will also be doing a reading for the Divine Masculines because they need our help right now. If you're a Divine Feminine, they totally need our help. So I know my Divine Feminines will be cross-watching, and that's perfectly fine. You are absolutely welcome here. So I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to reference a couple of videos that I've already done. Those, most of them at least, should be in the description box of this video. So check that out. Also, if you have not liked, shared, or commented for me, can you also subscribe, please? It really helps the channel. It also helps me connect to your energy. So that can actually make the collective readings a little more personal for you guys. It's up to you though. So I'm going to start out with, hopefully 1,000 notifications won't come through on my phone. I'm going to put it on silent. Alright, here we go. So there was a very recent, yesterday and the day before, actually I think it happened around the 777 portal, honestly, an activation of Divine Masculines, right? Now, a lot of them are Lightworkers as well, okay? And these activations don't necessarily go together. Just because there's a Lightworker, they don't always realize they're a Divine Masculine, right? Okay, so a lot of them started out as Lightworkers when the Age of Aquarius hit in 2020. And I actually did a video on the astrology for that because I was just learning astrology tables, and you'll see if you go through my videos and you see this. This is so bad. But I graduated to a bigger board, by the way. A blackboard instead of a clipboard with a piece of paper taped on it. But it shows you why the Age of Aquarius has begun astrologically, and I talked a little bit about the downloads that I got about the shifts and how things were going to work. So we just went through a recent portal, the 777 portal. Now this activated Divine Masculines all across the board. Okay, we're not just talking about soulmates, we're talking about twin flames, we're talking about everybody. False twin flames, everything that's out there activated. All the Divine Masculines, okay, activated. I'm curious as to how this is going to work, because with the activations with the Lightworkers, there was the first wave that I know of, and this is just what I know, okay? So don't you come at me in the comments. This is what I've experienced and what I can remember, because it's a lot of information. We had 3 so far, 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure it's 3 at least. Activations of Lightworkers. We had the first wave that came in 2020. Then we had the second wave. And then we had the third wave. And they also come around shifts, right? So the deal with the shifts and how they work, from what I have seen and what I have felt and what I have experienced and what I've talked to other people and how they have experienced these shifts, is once you activate as a Divine Masculine or a Divine Feminine or a Lightworker, once you activate, the shifts get more and more intense for you, right? So this particular last one at the 777 portal was super, 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 super strong. People that aren't even Lightworkers felt it from the weeks beforehand and the weeks after. And I have a theory that these portals, especially if they happen, it would make sense that activations came around the times of shifts, though, because it would increase the energy. Okay, so that would make sense. But this one was really, really intense. Anyway, that's the whole point. I'm trying to stay on my points on my phone here. So I talked about the first wave, but when the very first wave of Lightworkers, those are going to be your leaders. Okay. They already know. I mean, you might just be realizing it, but you know at this point. if you're with the first wave. Like, you figured it out. You have to help people. A lot of us are tarot readers. A lot of us are Reiki healers, just regular energy workers. These people can identify as even witches, light witches, dark witches, or gray witches. It doesn't matter. They're all energy workers. They're all light workers that activate it. So I'm speaking to a very, very broad collective here. If you are not someone that identifies with any of this, this is not your reading, and that's okay. Okay, don't come at me in comments, though. Just go find another cool YouTube video. It's fine. Okay, so I went over how the shifts work and how they'll get more intense as we go. So some of the things that you might be experiencing as a divine masculine, the first thing that usually hits people is the dark night of the soul. And it's not fun at all. Sorry, it's horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really bad. And you can have more than one of them. You probably will. They're not fun, though. Okay? So, I have felt the collectives go through a couple of dark night of the souls, as well as my own, having a couple of my own, and that ego death is rough. Okay? I have a video in the description that covers the dark night of the soul and some of the things you'll experience. Go check that out after this video. But that's usually the first thing that people start experiencing. Now, all these other ones can come in at any point in time. And I'm not saying it has to start with the dark night of the soul. That's just what I've seen and what I experienced. The second thing I have listed is you realize everything is energy. Everything is energy. Also with that, you start coming to the realization that you get what you give. Okay? The universe knows how to do one thing, and that's return the energy that you send out. And once you start putting that into action, you'll start reaping the rewards of it. And you'll realize, oh, everything literally, like money is energy. Time itself, I would not be surprised. Well, time is technically. Anyways, that's a whole nother subject. Anyway, the point is, everything's energy. Energy you put into somebody, energy you put into a job, energy you put into a project, energy you put into a home is real. Very much real. I mean, okay, come on, you guys. If y'all, a lot of y'all can't sit there and tell me energy work's not real, because you can tell when 90% of people can tap into their intuition when somebody really horrible walks into a room and you feel the energy in the room change. And you're like, oh my God, who is that? I know anybody watching this video has experienced that more than once. So you start to realize that energy work is a big, big deal, and you can control the energy around you and better your life that way. You might feel like you're going a little bit crazy when that happens, because some people are at that point start to see auras, or they, sometimes they'll see residual energy or hauntings. They'll see like a shadow go across the floor. And sometimes that's seeing another dimension, but a lot of times, like, it depends on where you are. If you're in a haunted house, you're probably seeing residual haunting stuff. But you can see energy in different dimensions. And you can also see auras. So start paying attention to that. Don't let it freak you out at all. And you're not crazy. You're just, your body, mind, and soul is moving into a different, is going from 3D to 4D, or moving from 4D to 5D, because Earth is trying to shift into 5D right now. And we go with it. And the people that don't, they stay in the 3D. And there's not a lot you can do to help them. They have to make that choice themselves. But if you're watching this video and you're going through this, you're on this journey. Now, something that you need to do, well, I'll come back to that. I'll tell you what, I'll come back to that. You might be having migraines, you can't sleep. You might find yourself awake at 3:30 a.m. It sucks, I know. I've been through it. It's horrible. You just can't sleep. You have a burst of energy for no reason. You're like, why am I awake at 3:30 in the morning? Don't they call this the witching hour or something? Like, what the heck is going on? But it's a thing. It's a thing. All of a sudden, you might have, like I said, you might have a boost of energy. You could be getting downloads and can't explain them. You just know certain things. Especially if you go outside and get in the sunlight. And I'll get into that a little bit later. I don't want to put that. Oh, yeah. You might also start understanding your divine feminines. And start realizing that they're not crazy after all. 11:11 on the clock. Oh, yeah. Angel numbers will start showing up for you. You'll start noticing those. And synchronicities. This stuff I forgot to put in here. So, what can you do when this starts happening, right? Because it's a lot. It's a lot to handle mentally. Like, you feel like you're going kind of crazy a little bit. You might even feel like you might actually go into depression during the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul can really, really jack you up, but it's meant to do that, to cause a change inside of you, to make you a better person. That's how the universe triggers you and goes, hey, fix yourself. So what you're going to need to start doing is, you might even start with those downloads, you'll start kind of getting, it's actually your intuition, but it's that little voice inside of your head that goes, don't go down that road, go straight. Listen to that. Lean into it. Hardcore. Don't second guess it. Ever. Ever. Never second guess your intuition. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can second guess it all you want to, but you're going to always go back and realize it was right. That's the biggest mistake people are doing right now, is not listening to their intuition and not trusting it. Okay, because your intuition comes from your higher self. So you really, your higher self knows what's going on and is trying to move you into that, where you unite with your higher self. That's what all of this is going towards. This is uniting you with what a lot of people call God, creation energy, where your higher self exists. Okay, this body is an avatar, and a lot of y'all are realizing that, and you're also realizing you need to take better care of your body, which we're about to get into. So what you can do to make things a little bit better is you can go and ground outside barefooted. And I've done videos on grounding, and I've said in several videos how to do it. I'll check and see if that's in a video that's going in the description box. But what you're going to do is you're going to walk outside barefooted, pick a spot in your yard, doesn't matter where, or you can go to a park. I don't care where you do it, just do it. It takes maximum 30 seconds, honestly, if even that long. And you go outside and you release everything from your body. All that energy from your body, just imagine it flowing out of you into the ground. It's an energy dump, okay? We are the opposite polarity of the earth. So when you connect them to it, discharges. And then you let the universe fill you back up with what you need. That will help you make better decisions. It will help you think clearer. It will help you sleep better. It will help fight off autoimmune diseases. It will help not activate autoimmune diseases. It will help with your circulation. It will help with your heart. It helps with so many things. You can Google it. I don't care. Google it. Check it out for yourself. Please do the research. It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Ground. Eat cleaner foods. I'm sorry, my cat had lost his mind for a second. Just eat cleaner foods. You'll feel the need to anyway, because you'll want to up that self-care, right? Meditate properly. Now, when I say meditate properly, for a lot of us that are light workers, a lot of us are very different from regular people. And we are very aware of it. A lot of us are neurodivergent, or we are LGBTQIA, but we are absolutely different from the general collective, and we are aware. Okay, so with that, meditation is going to be a little bit different for neurodivergence because our brain is everywhere all of the time, right? So for neurodivergents that need to meditate properly, you don't have to clear your mind all the way, baby. You don't have to. You know what you have to do? Go to a place where everything is as quiet as you can get it. Relax. Breathe in and out several times. Get your body relaxed. And you don't have to clear your mind. You don't even have to close your eyes. But what you have to do is let what needs to come in, come in. Okay? That's all you got to do. Just be calm and then let it flow. Let that energy flow into you. Because your guides, your spiritual team is always trying to talk to you. Always trying to communicate with you. And for those of you that are not religious, because this really doesn't have squat to do with religion, it's your ancestors. They've already proved that we know things just that are ingrained in our DNA. Okay? We actually are really good at some things because our ancestors were whizzes at it. So don't act like it's not possible, because you know it is. They are with you, okay? You might feel the need to take naps, because when you activate as a light worker or as a divine masculine or as a divine feminine, you're gonna have that acute sense of energy and how it affects your body. Okay, so you'll start being more hyper aware of when you need to nap and when you don't. And it's okay to take naps. I'm not going to tell you not to nap. Absolutely. If you feel energetically drained, go take a nap. Go drink some water and take a nap. Water's supposed to be on here, by the way. I forgot to put it on here. Drink water. Drink loads of water, because it will actually clarify the way you think. It purifies your body and gets your toxins out. And we have to drink a crap ton of water anyway, and none of us do. I try. I don't know if I hit the mark, but I try awful hard. But you can tell when you don't, because you start feeling it, right? So take naps, drink water. Pay attention to your dreams. When you are in dreamland, you're in 5D. Okay. I'm not saying take everything that happens in your dreams literally, but do some research, like look up on Google go to library sources on Google and find books about dreams. See what they say about the things you're dreaming about. It'll give you a better idea, and your intuition will kick in, and your guides will kick in and help you out with that. And tell you what the dreams mean. Or what you need to do. Sometimes it's predictive. A lot of it is actual shadow work. Because during that dark night of the soul, you're going to be doing a lot of shadow work too. A lot of shadow work is done in dreamland, though. For me, at least. Self-care. You're going to kick that self-care up as much as possible. Because it helps. It helps. And you need to do it. Because a lot of my light workers are caregivers. They're in the healthcare industry somehow. Or they are in the medical field. Or they have some sort of a social job where they can help people. Or they want to. Or they've always wanted to. It's what you chose to be. Honey, it's what you are. Okay? And that's fine. So kick that self-care up a notch. And I've mentioned self-care in a couple of my readings about, like, making yourself a cup of coffee can be self-care. Yes, you can take a bath. That's self-care. Absolutely. That's absolutely self-care 100%. But it's the little things, right? It's the little things. Salt, speaking of baths, salt baths and showers. You can make a salt scrub and use a salt scrub in the shower. Does the same thing as a salt bath. You can also make saltwater spray to ground yourself sometimes. Like, if, let's say you just got out of the grocery store and somebody was really, really rude to you, and you get back in your vehicle and you're like, oh, I don't want to go home mad, you know, spritz yourself with the saltwater spray. Get that pink Himalayan salt, make you a little bit of saltwater spray. It will change your life. It will change your life. It helps. It helps to cleanse your energy. It's also good for your skin, so why not, right? Oh, yeah. I already talked about saltwater spritz. Kind of jumped that gun on that one. Another thing you can do is like I said, you know, by now you've realized, or you've heard, you know, you have a spiritual team, right? You can call on your spiritual team for help. They're not here to just kind of send you numbers and kind of gently guide you on the. You can ask them for help, and they will intervene energetically, or push you to make the right decision for you with what you have chosen, which life path you're on. So absolutely, 200% call in your spiritual team. You can do that. I promise you. Every one of y'all can do that. Now this is something that's pretty cool. And it is called return to sender. Right? Because if you're a light worker being different, there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to like you. They're going to give you the evil eye. You can wear talismans like this, or like this, with the evil eye on it to send that energy right back to them when they do it to you. But you can also do a return to sender. You just ask your spiritual team, ask whoever however you worship. Say, universe, I would like to, or whatever, I would like to return any negative energy sent my way. Return it to sender. And call back your energy at that point as well. Any energy that's been taken from you without your consent, call it back to you after you do the return to sender. You will feel better. You'll feel better. So this one went a little over 20 minutes, but these are just some tools that I've come up with that have helped me and have helped other people when they hit a shift and activated, and they're like, oh my God, what do I do now? Now you guys got some tools. So let me know if this helps you guys. And Divine Feminines, your Divine Masculine is going through absolute hell right now, okay? Because activation is scary. Alright, they will be coming to you. Because they need to know how to go forward. Because as all of us Divine Feminines know, we already activated ahead of time because we are here to help you guys. Okay, that's what we're here for. And if you know who your Divine Feminine is, or you have somebody around you that is a Divine Feminine, you can absolutely go to them for help. Okay? Y'all are not alone. I know, God, I know. When my dark night of the soul happened, I have never felt more alone in my life. I had never felt more like this was just a show and I was here participating. But you're not alone at all. There's other people like you. There's a lot of Divine Masculines activating right now across the board that are going through the same thing that you're going through. And you have not only your spiritual team, but you have the Divine Feminines to help you as well. So, you are not alone. Y'all keep being strong. Keep being strong and keep doing the work. Okay? Keep doing the work. Seek help. Seek help. Do your absolute own investigation and research. I highly, highly recommend that for everyone that's watching this video. Do your own research on this stuff. Go look up the laws of thermodynamics. We live in a thermodynamic world. It'll blow your mind. I got a video on that too. It's really interesting. It's really cool stuff. So do your own research, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video before I ramble forever. Let me know if this helped you guys at all. I love you very much. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.